Hello, how you doing? My name is JosephTheVoice, and this is JTV Entertainment, and this is episode number 14. And we are sitting down with your favorite Canadian, having a good chat. How you doing there, Canada? Is it your favorite Canadian? Or are you my favorite Canadian? I'm confused here.
I'm everyone's favorite Canadian. Come on, Joe. You know that shit.
I know
Come on.
I know it.
Let's go.
It's crazy. We've been together now. I pretty much feel like we're married at this point. We've known each other now for probably going on close to about 6 months or so, maybe a little bit longer than that. And we actually met through another mutual streamer friend of ours, Junior 1845, which he's been a little absent lately. I'm a little sad about that, but I have been slightly in contact with him here and there. I know he's like relocated out to Nevada and stuff like that, but nonetheless, glad to know he's doing well. But we're here to talk about you. How you doing there, bud?
Oh, doing pretty good, bud. It's how you doing today, Joe?
I'm doing pretty good. So, hanging out with Blue. I know you got a new puppy in the background these days. He just looks back. He's like, I love him, but I love to hate him at the same time. He's a great puppers, though. I guarantee
he's
that.
He's dead focused on the door.
I love it. Who's coming in next? All right. Well, we're here to ask you a few questions today, have some fun, just kind of, go back and forth about a few things. I know that what a lot of people may or may not know is that you are, in fact, like I said, my graphic designer. You have made pretty much every single visible thing from this beautiful logo right here to the JTV Entertainment logo to you helped out with this overlay we have here. You've done a little bit of everything. Tell people a little bit about your background.
All right, background, 10 years, started good old trick shot days, editing trick shot stuff and making logos and all that stuff. And I guess it's progressed to the point where I do it for commissions. And, Joe, as we speak, I'm actually having fun designing, I guess like a sticker kind of idea right now, just for fun. And yeah, I guess it's kind of background.
Did you say sticker? Well, actually, I can do this. So, guys, if you guys want to talk about stickers, Canada knows how much I love my stickers in particular. We got the JTV Turn Up Rocket League Edition. We got the JTV Turning Up the Heat. We got the JTV. This is the Founders Edition that only X amount of people got. We got the Too Sweet sticker. We got... well, the original metallic sticker, this is no longer a logo. This doesn't exist anymore because we upgraded it, and now it looks like this. It's a little bit different than it was looking before. The hat's been kind of updated a little bit more design in it. But then they also gave me, I got the same exact order, but they gave me 2 different types. So I also got this one, which has a silver bordering to it. And the thing is, I got more stickers coming. We got, Canada went and made a peeking emote. And we were sitting there in stream one day, probably one of the most fun streams I've ever had in my life. We had Anti-Spin This and JCap just rolling back and forth, just biddy. And like, we had Jordy in chat. He's like, you're peaking! You're freaking peaking, Joseph! You're just gooder! You're getting better! You're just not gooder! You're just getting better! And he just kept on saying all this weird stuff, but it was hilarious and it was great. But he kept on like highlighting the idea of peaking and just, hitting that absolute high point in your life and making people feel good about themselves. And Canada made me my very own Wario peeking emote. I can use it for lurking. I can use it for face palming. I can use it for peeking, whatever I want. But it's a lot of fun, and I thank you very much, Canada, for all the hard work that you do. Mind you guys, he doesn't make emotes often, so I feel very special for that one. All right, so let's get into some of the questions. So as he's sitting there designing and stuff like that, we're gonna dig deep with some of these, but then we're also just gonna kind of touch the surface and have some fun with some of them. These are similar questions, or the exact same questions, I will say, that I asked Derek the Grizzly last week, because I like them. I think these are good questions. I'll be mixing them up over the time of me asking people questions, but these ones are fun. I like them. I asked myself them, I asked Derek them, and now it is Canada's turn. So, Canada, what is your greatest fear?
Greatest fear?
Yeah, we're just diving right in.
I think greatest fear is definitely, this is going to get a little deep here, but greatest fear would definitely be not amounting to what I have potential for and for what others see potential in me.
Understandable. That is pretty deep.
Yeah.
Having expectations of yourself is something I know a lot of people, I just had a conversation with somebody last night kind of about this, that a lot of times, even when we're young, we set out these expectations of what we want to do or where we want to go in life, but then we kind of get lost, as I like to say, lost in the sauce a little bit. We forget about kind of where we want to go or what we want to do because, you know, all these outside variables come into effect, you know, family, friends. I mean, lately COVID has been a huge restrictor. And I mean, you're in the medical field. That's one thing that we haven't even touched the surface of. We talk about how you're a graphic designer, but you're out in the medical field as well. And you've been fighting this battle, helping out a lot of people over the last, you know, year plus while all this craziness has been going on. And I commend you for that. If I had a hat on, I'd take it off, good sir.
Well, like, Joe, I appreciate that.
So, all right, on number 2. So, what do you think surprises people about you?
Okay, this is going back to a very recent event. So I recently became friends with this community, and they discovered that I am a jack of all trades. And that surprises everyone because, you know, it's not often that you see someone who's like above average at most things. And, you know, like with my background, I have so many talents and skills that I have developed over time, and people just get blown away from it, right? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, someone's like, oh yeah, can you do a backflip? And it's like, yeah, I can. I've trained gymnastics for 10 years. And it's like, well, what can't you do? And it's like, well, I don't know. I haven't found the thing I can't do yet, right?
There
we go. That's,
you sit there and you talk about some of the other like skills, like the jack of all trade. What would you say some of the other like things are that you're pretty talented at, that sometimes you pull them into your streams, you pull them into your normal life, sometimes he even pulls them into some of the fun other things he does that I'm not gonna talk about, but
we talked about this before. Okay, guitar. Guitar, I could whip it out any place, anytime. I could play. You know, I could, like I stated before, someone can walk up to me and say, hey, you know, hit me with the backflip. I used to introduce myself to people by doing backflips. Like, it's
hey,
parties,
nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's like literally, I just walked up to people and it was like, hi, my name's Brady, right? And would you like to see a backflip? And then I'd do a backflip, because who doesn't want to see a backflip? And then people would just be like, oh my god, you're so cool, like, you know. And then it's like, yeah, so what's your name, you know, like, if you want to get some drinks later, and that's story of that. That's history.
I love it.
Right?
I remember one time I was down in Tennessee and we were on like a steamboat, and there was this like, he was like a heavier set guy, like he was kind of bigger like me, and he was short. He's sitting there playing the fiddle and he's just going, he's like, all right guys, you guys want to see a trick? And we're like, what? He's like, I'm gonna do a backflip by the end of this time. And he like goes through the entire thing, and all of a sudden in the middle of him like performing, the big dude does a backflip. He just whips out a backflip. I'm telling you, a backflip will win anyone's heart. I'm telling you, you got it.
Absolutely, it will. And then on top of that, the greatest part is anyone can do a backflip. It's physics. It's not based on weight.
I watched a video, and I feel like if I watched that video enough times, I could do it. I was watching it, and I feel like it makes me feel like I can do a backflip. But I'm not going to try, because that's how I break my neck, so...
Actually, fun fact.
Tell me it's physically impossible to break my neck.
No. Fun fact, it's more likely to break your neck doing a front flip than a backflip. Humans' bodies cannot go forwards. Like going, just like naturally, physically, you know, it's harder to do a front flip than a backflip. When you do a backflip, odds are you're going to land on your knees if you were to attempt it.
Okay. All right. Well, fun fact for you guys, don't be afraid to jump backwards in life.
Yeah. You know, sometimes they say two steps forward, one step back. It's perfect.
Just make sure that one step back is a backflip. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah. Make that one step back awesome.
I feel like that's like a D&D character I had at one point. Every time he would do something, I would do it like over the top. I'd be like on top of like a rooftop, and there'd be like a guy down here, and I'm like, I'm just gonna like jump off, but as I go down, I'm gonna like put my feet on my sword, and I'm like drill it into them. Like, yeah, overly acrobatic things for no reason. Gotta love it. So
all the time.
I know
that's D&D for you.
You are a far out kind of thinker. You like to think more into the future as well as what's going on currently, and you like to kind of plan yourself out accordingly. What would you say is your 5-year, like your next 5-year plan? What would you think you're gonna be doing in the next 5 years or so?
Well, in all reality, I've put some thought into that. I think I want to move. I don't know where, but I want to move. Maybe explore a little bit, experience some adventure in life and enjoyment, and I don't know. But we'll see what COVID brings us. And Yeah.
Thinking about coming
Maybe.
stateside, or are you gonna stay up in
Stateside, 100%.
Interesting,
Although,
interesting.
although I put thought into it, and I wouldn't mind California for just a few months, and then maybe be a wandering traveler and all that good stuff.
It definitely sounds like it'd be a fun time. I've thought about moving myself, but Wisconsin kind of has a strong arm on me now, so
Oh,
I don't think I'm
absolutely.
going anywhere anytime soon. All right, now this is a fun one because, as well as you can see, we are creating JTV Entertainment. I feel like this is just as much mine as it is yours in a lot of ways. If you could open up your own business, what would it be and why?
Actually, that was going to be part of my last question. Open up my own business. It would definitely be a graphic shop, but not just any graphic shop, right? It'll be based around things like car graphics, decals, t-shirts, and all that good jazz.
He says decals, and it makes me laugh every time.
It's decals, not decals.
I say decals, man. I'm sorry, it just makes me laugh. I love you for it. Your favorite Cali? They said your fave Cali? Question mark.
Your fave Cali? Yeah, I'll still hold true to the Canadian.
Your fave Californian? All right. So this is going to be a little bit of a fun one because I know you are an adventurist and you always have, like I said, these big ideas on things you want to do and grand ideas on where you want to go in life. But if you had to lock down 3 things on your bucket list, you're like, these things I gotta do, they're gonna just make me feel like I've achieved what I need to achieve in life, what would they be?
Skydiving.
You're the second person now to say that, and every time it makes me cringe. I think of heights and it just puts me in a paralyzed state.
The thing is, I love heights. I love adrenaline, hence my job, and I love just, it's free, you know, it's free. And my thought is there's going to be 2 outcomes. First outcome is you live another day to tell the tale. Second way is you're going out one fucking badass way.
I'll give you that.
Right.
I feel like if I jump out of a plane, helicopter, whatever it is that I'm jumping out of, I feel like I would get out, we would get part way, and I feel like I'd be that guy that would faint. Like I would faint. And they'd be like, oh, crap. And luckily I'd have somebody with me because the first time parachuting, you have to have somebody with you. So they would definitely have to be the one to pull the cord. I feel like I wouldn't remember anything. I'd wake up in a complete panic. I'd be like, am I still alive? They'd be like, yeah, you're fine. But I'd be like, why did you guys make me do this? So like, that's where I feel like I would be at the end of the day. I feel like it wouldn't be fun. Because like people have asked me, you know, when you go to like a carnival, you see those like slingshot things? No, never. They're like, we want to go do that? Never. No, like even roller coasters have gotten to a point for me where it's like I just can't anymore. Like they're just becoming too much.
My first time doing one of the slingshot things, I was 12 years old, and let me tell you, I had a riot.
Oh man,
it was a good time.
So we got skydiving. That's number 1, people. Okay. All right, so number 2.
Skydiving. I would like to go like a deep sea scuba dive in like a cavern, like underwater cavern. That'd be cool. That'd be something to experience.
Any particular like part of the climate you'd like to explore? Like, would you like to like deep scuba diving in like Antarctica if it was possible, or like in the coast, or like, you know?
I would have to say off the coast of maybe even Hawaii, because it's so exotic over there.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, like it'd be cool. It'd be a different experience, different like climate, right? Because I'm used to, you know, the cold.
The cold, yeah, makes sense.
The cold never bothered me, anyways.
All right, well, number 3. What would be the 3rd thing on your bucket list? Guys, we put the pressure on now.
Yeah. I would say I wouldn't mind going to see the Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
It's on the coast. I love the coast. And then on top of that, such like a unique piece of history, right?
Yeah. I was saying part of your ambition to want to kind of come to the States too.
True.
I feel like that is I feel like for anybody outside the U.S., and I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off, but I feel like for anybody outside the U.S., you look at the Statue of Liberty, and it's like that iconic piece of
It's
the U.S.
well, just
that
like
you
Paris.
recognize.
Yeah, just like Paris.
Yeah.
When you think of Paris or France, you think of the Eiffel Tower.
Yep.
When you think of, China, Great Wall of China, right?
Exactly.
Just like it's that historical piece, right? Or you think of Egypt, you think of the pyramids immediately.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And no, I definitely can relate to that. I mean, I personally would love to get out to New York at some point. Obviously, partial reasons why I would love to get out there. We have a mutual friend I'd love to go and hang out with. But aside from that, just visiting that beautiful art scene that's out there and going to check out, the Statue of Liberty and just some of the other things that are really iconic in that area would be really cool. Not to mention great pizza.
Great pizza.
All right. So on to question number 6. And now this one is another one of these deep ones. And like I said, we scratched the surface with some of them dig deep. What is your personal definition of success?
To me, success I would say success is a feeling more than anything else. You can be successful in anything as long as you feel successful in it. That's my opinion on it. Simply because, if you feel as if you've done something to succeed, then obviously you succeeded in some way, shape, or form.
So as long as you're taking the mentality of the stride of I've accomplished a task.
Yeah.
So it's more like
Absolutely.
small steps rather than grand scheme things. But obviously when the big things happen, it's also nice too. So
Absolutely.
I mean,
so you're right. Like that's kind of the thing is like success is determined by feeling. It's not determined by if you achieved something or not. It's determined by so I feel as if I'm successful in this means.
Exactly.
And that's yeah.
I mean, as far as like me just being your friend and seeing your growth as just a person, I can definitely say that when I first met you, I met you as just, hey, I'm a guy who just does some graphic designing on the side. And then it was, hey, I don't know if I'm really going to stream, but I'm going to think about it. And then it was like, now I'm streaming kind of regularly to like, you were putting in long hours of streaming. And now you're like, hey, I'm thinking about taking on being a graphic editor and also being, a streamer more full time. And it's really exciting to see how much pleasure you've kind of taken out of that and how much growth you've kind of made yourself in these last few months. I mean, we can talk about everything I have done, but like I said, this is your time to shine. If there's anything that you want to like talk about or significantly just like says this I feel like was the turning point where it kind of just helped me, make it or break it. I mean, I still have a message and I could date it. I have a message in our Snapchat that you messaged me one day and you're like, Joe, I feel like I finally found my voice.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember that message. I actually saw that the other day.
And I still have it saved in our snaps. And I'm actually curious to see just what the date was. Because that day it stands out to me.
I agree.
December 4th. It was December 4th, people. And I saved it for a reason. That particular message meant a lot to me because it was like, I don't know. Like I said, me and you've been going back and forth about a lot of different things for quite a while. And for you to finally just be like, nah, you know what, Joe? I think I got it. I think I finally found it. It means a lot to me. And I've just only seen you grow since then. And it makes me super proud because not only are you a major, huge part of JTV Entertainment, but you delve into all these other communities. You're a huge part of Spice's community. You're a huge part of a lot of these other communities. I mean, recently you said you've been hanging out with somebody. And I mean, if you want to show them one of your doodles, you can show them one of your doodles. I mean, you do some
Joe,
great work.
They're gonna see this afterwards, like the thing I'm doing right now. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, he's been hanging out with a whole bunch of different streamers. He definitely gives his all with everything that he does, and he does a fantastic job with it. So here's another interesting one that kind of goes along with like bucket list, having your own like business or career path or idea of like where you want to go in life. If you retired tomorrow, so Brady's like, I'm done. I gotta hang it up. And money is not an option. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Like, you're set. Like, you have a decent retirement. You can do some fun things in life. We're not gonna say you're like the richest person in the world, but you can take care of what you need to. And you wanted to start a wildly different second career. What would you do?
Woodwork.
Okay.
Woodwork every day of the week. I grew up doing it on the farmyard. It's something that I guess I'd say I'm kind of passionate about. It's peaceful. It's fun. It's great. It's just one of those things,
All right. I definitely
one of those hobbies that you could turn into like a side gig.
Do you still have any like old whittled like work that you have from like the past that you've done?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
I'll say I definitely would love to see it sometime because I know you love to do some fun stuff. Well, maybe in the future. I know one thing that if I could ever like, I think for me, if I could like do something wildly different, like I think I would like want to like have my own forge. I mean, you know, I love watching stuff where like just just like creating stuff. Like I think I'd want to have like my own forge. Like I'm all of a sudden a blacksmith. That's what I am now.
Joe the blacksmith, not Joe the voice.
Joe Blacksmith. All right, so this is a good one because I know there's a lot of people in your life that stand out significantly to you that have helped impact and mold you as a person. But who do you look up to the most, and what are the qualities that you kind of love about that person in particular?
I'd have to say my grandpa. In some sense, he pretty much raised me, and in the day, you know, his qualities are the same qualities I have. You know, hardworking, you know, passionate about what he does, and just enjoys the little things, you know. And that's the biggest thing that I'd have to say about that. So
you know what I love most about asking people that question? It's like a little light bulb that clicks in people's head, and it makes them feel this like rush of emotion. Like for me, mine, and I guess I probably talked about it in the past, but for me, my grandma was always the most impactful person to me. So talking about, you relate to their qualities as a person, you relate to them in a lot of different ways, and you can kind of like still feel them throughout time, even if they have, like for me, my grandma's no longer with me, so I don't get to still have that, you know, that sense of connection with her like I used to have, but I still feel the connection nonetheless. So I definitely can relate with that one. All right, so what is one thing that people don't know about you? This one's probably my most favorite.
That's a tough one because I'm pretty well an open book. So I
mean, it could even be something you told me, but other people don't know. This is the world we're talking to.
I could say that even Joe, you might not know this. I grew up riding horses.
Okay, so I did know that, and I want you to elaborate more on that, because the only reason why I know that is because you told me exactly what you did. This man didn't just ride horses. He makes it sound so nonchalant. It might have started as just riding horses. This man used to get bucked by broncos. Don't let him fool you. Tell them.
Well, I would...
Jack of all trades, he ain't lying.
Yeah, I would frequent rodeos. Compete in rodeos, have a good time, have a riot with them. I trained horses at a young age. And there's a point in time where I just got bored of it. So then I moved on to better things. And that's really it. No. So,
well, I mean, like you said, you're definitely a jack of all trades. You do a little bit of this, you do a little bit of that. You definitely have a lot of ambition and drive. I definitely am beyond proud to call you my friend, and even more so to call you part of my team. The fact that you step up to the mark so often, you've helped me out in many ways. You've helped out JCap, you've helped out all the different people in the community, and you've kind of just helped all of us, you know, find our strive a little bit more in life. I mean, the fact that I get to sit here and I get to put up merchandise with my logo on it, and you know, I'm wearing the JTV, you know, the original face logo that we came up with. That was a photo of me going like this, with me having a belt over my shoulder. And like, I mean, we've came so far, and like the Wolfpack has grown, and so many smiles have been made. We've had so many giveaways. I mean, I got a package sitting over here I'm trying to send to you, but they're telling me that I gotta weigh it, and I gotta measure it, and I gotta do all this other stuff. We're gonna get it to you one way or another. If I got you, I'll just drive up to the border. I'll be like, hey, meet me by the border. I'm gonna toss it over to you. I mean, I'm in Wisconsin. You're there. Just toss it.
Joe, I think that's illegal. I think that's illegal.
It is. It's very illegal. We're not going to do that. That's a joke. But at the end of the day, it's so difficult just to send somebody a package. I just want to give you a sweatshirt. This is JTV Entertainment on it because you helped me make the dang thing. So I really do appreciate everything you do. You're an absolutely fantastic human being. And I mean, I'm not trying to just sit here and hold you up on a pedestal. I mean, at the end of the day, you've done a lot of things to help me. You've done a lot of things, like I said, to help the other people. And I just want to thank you. Thank you. And
You're very welcome, Joe.
Very happy to have you on today. We'll probably be wrapping things up here in a little bit. I've got a few more things I'm probably going to talk to you about. But
absolutely,
I know we have some huge ambitions and drives coming up here for JTV Entertainment. I know me, you, Grizz, and Ty are talking about doing some collaborations coming up here soon. We're picking up some fun games. I know recently you told me to pick up some Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Such a good game.
So we're going to have some fun playing that one, as well as we have some other, great things in the works. Can't give you guys too much information because then you guys might not tune in. You guys won't want to, come on back. We got to get you guys wanting it more and more each week and giving you guys a little bit of the information, and just so you guys will want a lot more of the content. So we're definitely working on doing some more collaborations there. We're also working on definitely amping things up more with like the video creation here with, JTV Entertainment. I recently just talked to a young man named Timmy Turner, and I straight up told him, I know you hear the name, and I said it to him. We had an interview today, and I literally said to him at the end of the interview, I was like, I just want to make it very clear to you, Timmy. I might Jorgen Von Strangle you every once in a while. Timmy Turner! Just because, it's so hard not to. I love the Fairly Odd Parents. Growing up watching it, it's such a good show. And he just started laughing. I told him, I really appreciate everything you're doing. I really hope that we can bring you in, make you part of the team. Canada, as well as Derek the Grizzly, both the last two awesome people we've had interviewing these last few weeks, are going to be working with him kind of closely as well. And the hopes is that over these next few months, we can help him kind of find his footing, help him find that next spot in life that he wants to go and strive towards his ambitions and goals. And just like we've been kind of doing this whole time, JTV Entertainment's going to work together to kind of, lift another person up and help them, strive to the next level. And hopefully they can maintain being a part of the team. We can help build them in, help you guys kind of work with them at the same time. And, just keep on pushing and striving, because the whole point of this whole thing is to keep on growing a community, a family that, we love one another, we lift each other up, and we like to make each other smile. We like to do giveaways, like to have fun, and we like you guys to keep on coming back. And the more that you guys engage and you interact and we chat and we have fun together, the more it drives us to just keep on going. So whether you're tuning into my stream, you're tuning into Your Favorite Canadian stream, you're tuning to any of these other fantastically phenomenal people that are around us, nonetheless, we love you, we appreciate you, and we couldn't ask for a better family, that's for sure. But how far
I agree.
How far are you along on the artwork currently, Canada?
So I'm very, very, very close. I just got a few things left to do. I got the outline almost done.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, on a scale of 1 to a million, the fact that I'm letting Canada just design something and put it up on my screen right now, I'm gonna tell you I'm sweating bullets right now, but you just can't see them. On the inside, they're there. I'm only.
Yeah, Joe, it's so close
face.
to being done. It's so close to being done. I just got a few last things to do. I'm gonna have to do some shading and some coloring, but I think
shading,
that's
gonna have to do some shading
off screen.
So on a side note, before we do call it a stream, I just want to let you guys know that we do have, and I did notice my music just stopped. We do have some new toys in the house, so you guys can be expecting some more fun from the Switch that I'm gonna be getting soon. So huge shout out to Wolfpack999 for hooking me up with a great deal on getting a Switch that I can dock. I can hook it up to my PC. I'm getting my capture card soon. We'll be knocking some more things out of the park, and I'm really excited. So are you gonna be able to show that today, Canada, or are we gonna have to post that up?
Absolutely. I'm so close to being done.
He's so close, and I'm so nervous, everybody. I don't know what to say or what to think right now. I feel like I should just end it now to save myself from the embarrassment, but I'm not going to do that to Canada because he's going to find a way to embarrass me one way or another. I've literally popped into a stream.
It's actually good.
I'm not going to say it's not good. Canada's freaking fantastically amazing work, but he gets me really nervous.
We'll go here. And boom.
Oh, dude, that's sick. That is sick. It's like a Day of the Dead Wario. That is beautiful. Hey, so guys, just so you guys want to know why I'm nervous. So Canada has every right to put it up if he would want to. I give him free range to do it real quick. If you would like to. He probably won't, but I love him if he won't. But this is the kind of work that I'm talking about that Canada does. He does absolutely phenomenal work. He's on the ball with it at all times. But he does have one image that has haunted me for so long. And if I don't show it, it's going to get shown at some point. It's been on a stream. It's been everywhere. And it started because there was one person in my community that was the biggest troll probably ever. They trolled me so hard, and Canada will never let me forget it. And I deserve
Joe,
it. I deserve it.
Should I go with the original?
You can go with the original.
Yep.
Show them where it started.
Show them where it started.
Show them where it started. This is what a troll did to me one time on my stream. Because I can show it on here, but I can't show it on Twitch. If it's the original one, I think it is.
The original.
Yep. So one person in my community decided to make this image and troll the living crap out of me, and it has just grown from there. JCap is in stream. What is up? We got JCap, Mr. Pro Demo, Meow, Garrett, Killdall. We appreciate every single one of you. Hit me with that dab. I appreciate it.
Also, fun fact. You didn't see this here, but this is special edition merch. It's special edition merch. Going on a white sweater. Very, very special edition.
Canada's pushing so hard to make that happen. I love it. But at the end of the day, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Canada, for coming and being a part of the stream. And I definitely look forward to seeing how this adventure plays out over the next X amount of time. Because I'm not gonna put a date on it because I don't want it to end. So I love you, buddy. I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you very much for tuning in to JTV Entertainment Group. We will see you guys next week. Have a wonderful night.
Guys, take care.